Hello, Aries. This is your tarot reading for July 9th to July 15th. Aries for sun, moon, or rising sign, depending on what you resonate best with. These are general readings. Let's go ahead and have a look and see what message or messages come out for you for this week, Aries. Aries, July 9th to July 15th. Aries. Aries. Okay, Aries. So what I'm seeing this week for you, I feel like you're at the pinnacle of your success right now. I feel like if you're working for a company, you're in a higher up position. This could be manager, this could be CEO if you have your own business, president, but I do feel like you're in a higher up situation. And I feel like you're kind of looking at success, victory. You're looking at what you obtained, and I feel like there's something lacking. I feel like you're starting to ask questions about how you can create a more profound experience in your life overall. I feel like what you have gained externally in the world, I feel like you've overcome a lot of hardships, especially financial hardships regarding your financial situation. I believe that you've also overcome possible health issues. Sometimes when we make a little bit more money, we're able to eat better food, we're able to create a more comfortable situation in our life. And by doing so, this helps us to overcome this kind of sense of poverty, and it also on a financial level, obviously making more money helps us in general improve our financial situation. So I feel overall that you've been able to overcome these challenges. I'm almost looking at how you view success, how you view the world, how you're generally looking at the position that you currently have in life. And I feel like you're starting to ask some more universal questions regarding success, victory, and I feel like you're looking for something a little bit deeper in your life. I feel like you're looking at your success and you know your place in the world, Aries. I feel like you've arrived at that point, and you feel like you can't go any further. And I feel like there's going to be some kind of introspection, some kind of period of having to kind of view things in a different light, having to view things from a different perspective. And I want to say that essentially what I'm feeling, what I'm picking up, Aries, is that you're going through a moment of being more externally in the world to kind of drawing in and contemplating life in general, contemplating the world in general from a point of introspection. I want to say that you're kind of starting to ask some of these universal questions. And I feel like you've really reached the top of where you can go in your business, in your career. This could also be a possible relationship if we're looking at this from a relationship perspective. This could be any type of situation, any type of even something that you're trying to master, for example. I feel that you've reached the top. You are in a position of being a leader, and you are in the position of possibly guiding other people. However, I feel that this success, this victory, you're simply asking more questions about your place in the world. And I feel like this has to do with our energy over here towards the end of the week, that it is going to be more of an introspective week. I feel like you're trying to find this emotional fulfillment, and I feel like this is what you're actually trying to look for, trying to question. I feel that on material levels, financial levels, I feel like you're quite satisfied where you're at right now. However, you're nonetheless contemplating the question, how can I seek emotional fulfillment? How can I have a more profound experience in general with my life or in the world? How can I be mentally, emotionally, material, and spiritually fulfilled. And I believe that you're starting to ask these deeper questions, hence the reason why I do see this kind of period of introspection, this period of going within, essentially. I feel like you're on the point or at the point of kind of walking through a new door, or kind of trying to access a different dimension in your life in general. And I feel like you're trying to view things in general from a different perspective. You're trying to gain some kind of enlightenment or some kind of higher knowledge in general from everything that you've culminated essentially in your life, Aries. I generally feel like as you start to go through these questions, you'll find a deepening in general. You'll find more emotional fulfillment. You'll find that you are gaining different information that will naturally allow you to get a different perspective on the world in general. I feel like even though you've reached the high point of your career or your business or your job or a possible relationship or any kind of thing that you're trying to master in your life, I feel like you've reached that high point and you've been able to provide yourself material comforts, financial comforts. I do feel that you have conquered this area in your life here on a larger scale. I feel like you do know your place in the world on a material level. So Aries, materially, I really feel like you've reached the top, and I feel like you can go no further. And this material success that you were waiting on, that you were, had your goal set on, that you were actually striving for, I feel that it may not be the fulfillment that you were really searching for. I believe there was some general feeling that this would provide everything that you needed. However, I feel a slight lack of spiritual fulfillment and emotional fulfillment. And I want to say spiritual, there could be some kind of spiritual lack of spirituality in general, lack of this feeling of emotion in general. And like I said, Aries, even though you're comfortable on a material level, you're comfortable on a financial level, I feel like you've gotten to this point that you have access to better health care, you have access to a more comfortable way of living, Aries. However, I feel like you're starting to ask these questions. How can I be spiritually fulfilled? How can I be emotionally fulfilled? And this is the week, this is when these questions are going to start to come up. And I feel like there's going to really be a period of introspection this week. Like I said, Aries, I really feel like you're going to start to see things in a different way. You're going to start to see things with new information. You're going to have access to a new type of information, different knowledge that's going to help you view everything that you've done in a different way. And by doing this, not even changing your external situation, but simply changing the way that you view things is going to provide that emotional fulfillment, that spiritual fulfillment, which I feel, Aries, that you are starting to look for. I feel like your material life, your financial life is at the point that it can go no further. And I feel like you've hit this peak. So you're kind of forced in a certain way to go inwards and start to search for the deeper answers regarding the world, inwards, introspection, and accessing the deeper levels of your mind to be able to see things differently that will provide that emotional and spiritual contentment that you are searching for, Aries. So this is what I'm seeing for you for this week. Aries, let me know if you have questions or comments. If you like this material, do subscribe and have a good week.